Hello, we are of Behave, presenting our findings from our experiential learning assignment B. During the group activity, we played knockout and 3-on-3 basketball. In knockout, we were a work group because it was a competition amongst individuals where we had no need to engage in collaborative work or joint effort. This sometimes fostered negative synergy due to competitive moments. In 3-on-3, we were a work team because our coordinated efforts generated positive synergy. We shared a common goal and required each other's collaboration in order to achieve it.
We were a self-management and cross-function work team. We did not have a coach or direct leader and made decisions as a team. We were all on the same hierarchical level, and we were also a very diverse group of individuals that brought unique experiences and perspectives. Conflict resolution could have been a weakness because of the lack of authority to settle disputes. The 3-on-3 teams were balanced by allocating equal amounts of short versus tall and inexperienced versus experienced players to each team. Work teams demonstrated high efficacy with the adequate resources, leadership, trust, and appropriate performance evaluation on each team.
So while it was easy for us to work as teams, naturally some people came out as leaders. So some of us seemed like it was our first day on the court, and some of us seemed like we had been playing for years. And those were the people that had the leadership capabilities that were necessary, and they proved this through their actions, such as making game plans for their team or telling people on their team where to run and what to do with the ball. But it took charismatic people to become leaders, because if the other people on their team didn't like them, then they probably wouldn't listen to what they were saying. But this also proves, although a lot of people associate leadership with management skills, that's not all it is. And you can be a leader in a lot of other ways, other than just in an office as a manager.
During our 3-on-3 basketball game, we engaged as two formal groups with a common objective and with a desire to achieve a goal: score 10 points before the other group. There was no management involved to assign roles or divide the groups, but the teams were decided by splitting the whole group of individuals containing 6 members into 2 groups containing 1 female and 2 males, of which 1 male per group had a significant height advantage over the other. All of these aspects define both groups as a formal task-seeking group. Both groups underwent the 5-stage model to the letter, following the forming stage, the storming stage, the norming stage, the performing stage, and the adjourning stage throughout the whole 3-on-3 basketball game.
Talking about the group property, our group does exhibit all 5 important characteristics of the group properties. For example, group property 4. Our size of the group is very small. It's easy for everyone to discuss and express their idea with everyone paying attention. Everyone's voice reaches to every member. With a small number of people within a group, it is also very easy to get everyone to get the job done with ease. Small number makes the management becomes easier. As for group decision making, since everyone has a right to express their ideas, it takes a while for us to finalize all the games on the day. It takes a lot of careful thinking since we want all the decision we made appropriate for the project. That's why group decision can be effective but time consuming at the same time.
During our 3v3 basketball games, the communication was strictly informal because communication was only made when the actions of team members deemed it necessary. For example, when one member would call for the ball or instruct the other team member to take a shot. Because we were communicating as equal basketball players within each team, the communication can also be described as lateral. It is also oral communication because all communication that was made was by word of mouth. One barrier that could have been created was a selective perception barrier, because how a receiver interpreted basketball instructions and communication was based upon their own previous basketball experience. In conclusion, our analysis was of 2 teams composed of 3 players each playing basketball, and focused on the essence of work teams, leadership that emerged as we played, the foundations that created each group behavior, and the communication that was made during our 3v3 basketball game.